Let's welcome back to Midpoint one of President Ronald Reagan's closest advisors dealing with Cuba and a broadcaster for Radio Mambi in Miami. Carlos Perez joins us again. Carlos, with this whole idea of what the president is doing right now, lifting a lot of these sanctions, is it not fair to say that at least what will happen here is maybe this will make life a little bit better for the Cuban people who, quite frankly, have absolutely very little to look forward to, and they are still under a communist regime?
See, what happened is that these people in Cuba, the government of Cuba, the communist government of Cuba, is a professional government in order to control people. They control people, and all what they are doing now is getting desperately money, getting something to keep on controlling the people. Why don't they have free press? Why don't Obama ask for free press in Cuba? Why don't Obama ask for free, enterprise? Let people speak, let people be free, let people live in an organized society. All what these people want is control, control, and control. And they do whatever is necessary. They fool, they deceive, they lie, all those things, and they presented 1,000 different faces in order to obtain and keep in control of the people. And the moment, and this is what I am really feel very bad about this deal. This is a moment, and you said that many times have happened before. No. But this time, the situation in Cuba is so desperate that, believe me, despite the security and despite everything, the people are almost in the verge of reverse or of rebelling. And this is the moment that we have to wait a little more, 2 or 3 more months. Believe me, with the situation of the oil, will have cost something that would be ideal for negotiating at the right time.
Okay, do me a favor, if you will, though, Carlos, because you've mentioned this a couple of times before. Now, hit on this for me. You said that things could be worse in 2 or 3 months in the situation with the oil. You've mentioned Venezuela, of course. Very briefly, explain what you mean by that, because I guarantee there's a lot of people out there who are going, how does Venezuela fit into all this? Tell us what the reason is.
70% of all the economy of Cuba is depending on Venezuela oil. Venezuela is shipping, I don't remember exactly, the 1,000 of barrels of oil daily that they ship to Cuba. And that represents 70% of all the income that Cuba receives right now in this moment. Because part of this oil is used in Cuba, and the other part is sold in international markets. Cuba is depending on Venezuela completely. Not only that, Cuba is controlling Venezuela, because Maduro, the president of Venezuela, is a puppet. And the whole situation in Venezuela is controlled by Cuba.
Then how will the president's plan then change things?
Obama is dealing with Castro right at this moment, and on the other hand, is trying to impose some sanction to the Venezuelan government. And that is ridiculous, because Venezuela doesn't have a government. Cuba is controlling Venezuela completely. There is nothing in Venezuela that moves without the control of Cuba.
So then, Carlos, if you would please, then, with what's happening here, then,
one that you understand precisely, exactly what is going on, is a joke.
Then how will what the president has done here affect Cuba's relationship with Venezuela? What's that direct line?
No direct line, nothing. It helps, because the more than Cuba, Cuba will be more controlling Venezuela and will advise Venezuela what do they have to do with United States. You're going to see that there is going to be a change from now on between Venezuela and the United States, because Cuba will advise Venezuela on how to deal with United States in order to improve relations.
Okay, I have about a minute left here, and we know that in Miami right now there are so many generations of people who actually came from Cuba, second and third generation. What are you hearing today from the Cuban Americans, the people on the street in Little Havana, with regard to this policy? Are they for it or against it?
People are very upset, and for a reason. 50-some years, after so many crimes and people killed by this regime and so on, to receive a life-saving support from this government is unbelievable. However, above emotions, above everything, you have to be objective. And you have to be objective to the point that what is in the best interest of the United States government and the United States people? What is the best interest for us? And this is not in the best interest for us. We had such a particular good situation. If we could have waited 2 or 3 more months, it would be the right time to negotiate with Cuba. Believe me.
So
I
you're
know what
saying
I'm
then that
talking
on the
about.
streets of Miami right now, most people are against what the president has done?
Oh, most definite. Most people are definitely against this particular situation. Who would imagine that at this particular moment, Mr. Obama will try to establish diplomatic relation with Cuba? That is unheard of.
All right. Well, Carlos Perez, I want to remind everybody that if they're in the Miami area, it's on 670 AM WWFE on the weekends to hear you. I'm sure we're going to talk a whole lot more. I want to thank you very much for your time and a very
Thank you
Merry
very
Christmas.
much to you.
All right, take care. Break, and we return with a controversial change in the American blood donation policy, one that many lawmakers believe is necessary and very long overdue. And at 43 minutes after the hour, reaching back 70 years for an event that changed the world and resonates to this day every time the American